one area we need to concentrate on. Yes, it's good we have the African Continental Free Trade Area, but there are obstacles to trading amongst ourselves, and that is because the trade facilitation infrastructure is not available. Roads that lead between our countries are nothing to write home about. We don't have the rail transportation. We don't have the ports. We need expanded ports that are faster, handle goods in a faster way. And that's why I think that we must focus on what we call the trade corridors. In West Africa, we have the Abidjan-Lagos corridor. We don't have an expressway between the four countries that constitute, the five countries that constitute the corridor. There's been a lot of work on it from when I was vice president. We signed the initial MOU. I think we've made some progress. It's now left with looking for the financing to put the expressway in so that we can move goods from Lagos to Abidjan through Benin, Togo, and Ghana, and be able to trade easily amongst ourselves. I know there are more other corridors that exist, Lobito, Durban to Lubumbashi, and all that. How can we improve these corridors, improve the infrastructure, so that we can seamlessly exchange goods and services amongst ourselves? I think that's what's important. The African Continental Free Trade Area was a very important breakthrough. We've been working on this for God knows how many years, and we're happy that we have it at last. But how do we remove the obstacles to trade amongst ourselves? I think this is one issue that we should be looking at. But talking about trade and adding value, which is why we're here, I think that we must look at the comparative advantages we have as Africa and unashamedly exploit those advantages. And I can see that in the place of agriculture and agribusiness. I can see it in the area of our natural resource endowment. How are we indigenizing these natural resources? In the past, we didn't have capital, we didn't have the technology. And so large multinational companies came and took huge concessions, and they exploited it to their advantage. A lot of the benefits from exploitation of our natural resources went to the metropolitan capitals. Today, the capital is available if you want it and you look for it. Today, the technology is available. We have situations in Ghana where in the gold mining industry, the bulk of the mining actually is done by indigenous companies. You find a multinational company only where the gold is being poured. And so if we do all the mining, we do the drilling, we do the blasting, we do the crushing, we fill the crushing plants. I mean, we can do the last mile of also pouring the gold and making sure that the benefits of that gold come to our country. The same with cocoa. We've exported cocoa beans for God knows how many years, and still we export cocoa beans. There's some processing capacity. It's about 30%. We have the capacity to process almost 500,000 tons of cocoa, but we're not processing that much. We're processing at about 200,000 tons because the cocoa board that needs to be extracted believes that it gets immediate foreign exchange when the beans are traded. And we sell forward, and so they get the money in advance before we even export one bean. But bringing the value addition home will be bringing jobs back so that our young people can get jobs to do, especially putting that processing in the areas where the cocoa is grown. And that's why we're excited about the initiative between Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire, because together we produce about 80% of the world's cocoa. And so if we coordinate and work together, not only in terms of improving production, but also in terms of processing and bringing processing up to that chocolate, that last chocolate home, will create more jobs for our young people, because we all recognize that with a growing youth population, yes, it's an advantage for Africa, but if we're not creating opportunities for these young people, then it becomes a ticking time bomb. And so we need to look at all those areas.